Hi, Dale. My first memory of you would be, I can remember on October 26th, 1959, it was your birthday, of course, and you asked for the best birthday present ever. And what did Mom give you? So that's about the only memory I had of you because we were such different ages. I do remember one time, I was probably 16, ran away from home, came to your house in the cities. How we ever found it, I have no clue. But yeah, you were very nice. Quit looking astonished over there. And we basically turned around and came home the next day. So, but that was that. I do remember that you were with Kathy at that time and had two little dogs, little rat dogs. Sorry, rat terriers. Yeah.
My favorite memory is actually recently, because we were at a game for Isaac, a t-ball game years ago, and we were talking about looking at the clouds, laying on the grass in the yard and looking at the clouds in the sky with Mom and having to decide what we thought that was, that cloud picture. And you remembered and I remember and no one else seems to remember, so maybe we're both adopted, I don't know. My favorite memory is you always presented this really tough, don't approach me type of exterior. I remember that growing up. And when you moved into the bedroom that was right above our bedroom, I was always a really light sleeper where just the littlest bit of noise would make me wake up or I couldn't go to sleep. And when you moved in there, you'd play your music naturally, and I would walk up the stairs and I'd knock on your door and I'd say, Dale, I can hear your music. And you'd go, what? But you would always turn it down. And it got to the point where you literally would just hear me coming up the stairs and the music would go down. So very, no matter how tough you think you presented, clearly you always were looking out for other people, which is what you've done all your life, clearly. And then another memory that I have is a little bit more recent, is I remember how you used to give me the hardest time when Shane and Justin were little. You'd say, don't spoil them, don't be overprotective. I mean, that was your message to me. And then along came Marilyn, and enough said.
And your impression of him?
Yeah. What do you want? Talking to Liz.
When we would leave the house, us girls, to go do our teenager things, and you would always say, girls, be good, have fun, I love you, and stay away from the boys. And then we'd giggle and say we loved you too and walk out the door. And of Dad. Nice dad, because everybody knows what I'm thinking when I do that, and I do it without knowing it, and it gives me away every time. Appreciate
car. Bumping to music. And Dale whips out the finger dance. Oh yeah.
His, what do you want to call it, always creating new ideas and stuff. In other words, I remember like his, what do you want to call it, kind of like a pooper scooper. Only it wasn't a scooper per se, it was, oh, let's use a vacuum, like a, kind of like a leaf blower, only reversed with a little sock on it, and had a, a whole bunch of neat ideas on how to do that. But he's had a lot of those kind of ideas, and I'm kind of the guy that is kind of, what do you want to call it, don't take a lot of risks, so I don't really, not really creative that way, so I don't think about stuff like that. So I always thought that was kind of interesting to me, at least.
Impressions. You're down to earth, straightforward, blunt, to the point. Let's face it, you're the George Carlin of the Madeline clan, even though you look more like Bill Maher. You've been an inspiration for me in a lot of ways, and for that I will always be grateful. Love ya. Happy birthday.
And let's see, I'm supposed to do an impression of you. Here's your cell phone when I call it. Leave a message. Leave a message. Mr. Friendly.